Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into today's set. So for today's set, I wanted to try something a little different because I am looking forward to having a lot of variety on the channel for people that like different things. So I have this Couture Sky recycling tray here used for glitters, dip powders, things of that nature that you may need to pour, and it just kind of catches the product so you're able to save, your product rather than waste it. And I'm also using today Couture Sky's full cover tips because I have so many. These are tips that I first started out with when I first started doing my own nails, and I have like a whole box full. So I'm using Couture Sky Long Coffin and Couture Sky's Medium Stiletto today for the set. And I've seen it going around where dip powder is done on full cover nails. And I was thinking of a way I can utilize them besides, just doing gel polish sets. So I think this is absolutely perfect because I think dip powders are better for like shorter nails. So I did all of my normal prep off camera. I used a cuticle pusher and pushed back my cuticles, went around the cuticle with a needle drill bit to give the nails some roughness, actually the cuticle bit is for the removal of dead skin. And then I roughed up the surface of my natural nail, and I'm going in with Macart's dehydrator and 2 coats of the primer before starting with the application of the tips. So before going in with the application on each of the tips, you do want to just etch the inside of the tip. And today I'm going to be using Couture's DIY gel to actually apply my tips. And so I just put a little bit in the nail well and just place that on my nail to be cured. But etching the inside of the full cover tip is very essential so that it sticks better. And you can also etch it with just primer. So I place it there and I just slide it down my nail. And with this DIY gel, it's something like polygel. If you've ever tried to put polygel on your nail to cure on a full cover tip, so it doesn't move. And I just take a cleanup brush and clean up any spillage before actually curing. And I do use my little flash LED lamp to do a 10-second cure first, just to get it on the nail. And then I do place it in my big UV LED lamp, and I do cure that for a full 30 to 60 seconds. So again, I'm showing the application with the DIY gel. You just want to put a little into the tip and just slide that onto your nail, or you can place it on at a 45-degree angle, making sure it goes from cuticle to free edge. And then you want to make sure to at least flash cure it, but it does need a full 30 to 60 second cure. Now, it isn't exactly like polygel. I didn't mean to say that. I'm just saying like the consistency to where once you put it under the nail does not move, which is a great thing. It's good for the application process. Then once I get the nails on, I'm using this Pana 8080 grit file, and I'm just going to go ahead and file off the little tabs on the end of each of the full cover tips just to make that portion a little more smoother. You can also use this to go around your cuticle edge. Well, I wouldn't want to use the 8080 grit. I've cut myself with it before, but you can use a hand file and just go around. But I'm going to use my e-file, so I'll show one finger, and I kind of just go around the cuticle to make it more flushed. And then I also rough up the surface of the tip as well for the product to hold a little better. So now I'm going to get started with the dip application, and it is a Beetles dip system that I purchased, and I'm going in with Z254, which is a beautiful purple shade. And I've had this kit for some time. I did do a video unboxing it, and I can put that down below in the description box for anyone who's interested. But you want to go in with step number one, which is the base. And the base is what gets the product to stick to the nail. So I'm basically going in with it, making sure to be careful that I don't get that on my cuticle or sidewalls, because wherever you put this base is where the dip powder sticks. So I'm just taking the brush and putting that lightly around to the nail, but making sure to cover all of the nail itself. And then I will dip into the actual jar. Now these nails were a little long to dip, so I did dip my index just to see, and it went okay, but that's why I pulled out the recycling tray from Kiara Sky, because I figured I would have to pour over with these nails. They're not extremely long, but they're a little longer to dip into the actual jar. So I'm also going in with this very beautiful light pink shade, and I'll put the number of it up onto the screen. It's going to be Z241. And I'm just gonna kind of like, this was a total freestyle. I did not have anything in mind. It's been a while since I've used dip. So I was kind of just like, as I was doing it, thinking how I want to do this, what I want to incorporate. And most of the times when I do freestyles, I do have a color in mind. So I kind of just put out all kinds of products that I may want to use with the colors and then just go for it. So I decided I wanted to go in on my pinky with that light pink shade, and I didn't take it all the way down because I have seen dip applications where you start like halfway or start in the middle, different ways to kind of build up an apex. With this full cover tip, I really don't need to build up an apex because it already has one, which is also a great thing for dip powder, because my first video that I tried dip powder with was kind of disastrous because of the fact that I had to build an apex. And if you notice, I had a little purple spill into my tray before I started, and I didn't even realize it. So I put just a little bit of a contamination in my pink with that purple, but it does go away. Like, it mixes and blends so you don't even know. But before I use it in another color, my scooper there, I do always make sure to brush that off. And I'm going to forewarn you, I am going to do dip powder a little more, but I was completely messy in this one because it's just something that I'm not used to, although I've done it before. So hopefully future videos, it'll get a little neater. But I'm going to go ahead and also apply the purple to my ring. And then on my middle, I'm going to also do the pink shade. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch some of this application, and I'll come back in if I need to. But I'm basically just taking the powder and pouring it over the wet base, making sure to cover that wet base completely. I will tap my nail over the recycling, and then I will let it set for just a moment. And then I do go in, obviously, and brush off the excess and repeat the process on all of the nails. So I brushed off all of the excess, and I'm going in with my second coat on all of the nails. And I just take that base again and go over the nails. This time I'm doing it a little smarter now that I have it mapped out. I'm going to start with the purple nails. So I'll do both the index and the ring finger in this one. Pour over, put the dip back into its container. And then I go in with my pink, and then I also let that sit a moment and then brush it off any excess at that point. This was actually very fun. I don't like that I was so messy, but it was really, really fun. I overly enjoyed doing this set. I love how it came out. I think dip powder is a new love for me, and I do want to venture out and try other brands. But I was like on a Beetle kit at the time that I bought this kit, which is why I have a Beetles dip system. and it's a pretty good system, to be honest. I don't have any kind of cleanup stick to go around the cuticle, so I'm using my dotting tool and it works just fine and it didn't mess it up. So I'll invest in one now that I liked it, but I do make sure at times to go around my cuticle to kind of clean that up as well. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I would like to take this time to thank anyone who has taken the time to watch any one of my videos. It is greatly appreciated. If you're a new subscriber to the channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. And to my subscribers that have been here, I overly appreciate you and love you. And I'm very thankful for each and every one of you. So I do end up seeing areas that I could use a little more dip. So I'm actually going in again with another layer of dip on certain fingers just to kind of fill that in. Make sure the opacity is where I would like it. I feel like dip powder it's very beginner friendly. It's for anyone who wants to have their nails salon done and don't want to pay the salon price. I think this is an excellent method for you. It's essentially acrylic, so it's like acrylic nails, but very, very, very easy without the monomer and all of that. So if you're also someone who doesn't like monomer or it bothers you, this is a way of getting acrylic nails at home, and it's super fun and super easy. So I also wanted to incorporate some glitters. So I did not press record when I did my purple nails and they're already done, but I'm going to show you what I did on my pink nails because I'm doing the exact same thing, just in pink, obviously. So I'm using these butterflies from Macart's Mariposa Mayhem decor kit, and I'm just going to place them randomly, no specific way, all over the nail until I'm satisfied. And the great thing about this is I use the same base, and then I'm just going to place the butterflies right into the base, and they dry on the nail. So it's very easy. And you can pretty much put anything on it and encapsulate, which I like about dip. Didn't know, but I like it. And it was just me trying it and it happened. Now I do watch channels that do dip and I do see their techniques and things they do. But I was still a little skeptic about trying these glitters and different things on the nail, and it actually worked. So for my two loose glitter nails, I was trying to do like a glitter ombre. So I put the base where I wanted it and then just kind of poured the glitter over the nail. Also making sure to pat that glitter in to lay flat. And this is like what that Kier Sky Recycling kit is for as well, because it catches my glitters and I can put them back in. And these glitters come from, you all should know, Macart's Ocean Couture kit. My favorite glitters ever. And then on my thumb, I did just do a full nail of the pink glitters from that kit. And I just let everything pretty much air dry. Then to encapsulate the glitters, I'm going to go back over with the base. And I didn't have any more clear dip powder. I did have some clear Beetles dip powder powder, excuse me, but I've used it all. So I'm going to go in with my clear setting line because I do see that that works exactly the same. So I'm just placing the base all over the nail, and then I'm going to take my little scooper and scoop some of that clear acrylic and put that right over that wet base. And guys, this worked so wonderfully. Like when this dried, just how it felt, like you couldn't feel any of the glitters. It was like completely encapsulated, and I was so in love. So I'm basically going to do this over all of my fingers, being that I do have glitters on all of my fingers. Also, another thing that I do love about this dip system is that you don't have to go in and out of a lamp to cure anything, and that's always a plus. Although I do like using a dip powder with base gel as well, where you would have to cure, but I like this because, you know, you're essentially just putting the product there, allowing it time to dry. You're going to activate it to harden, and you know, it's just minimal lamp time, which I really appreciate because I know that it can probably be very damaging to go in and out of the light. That's why I wanted my channel to have a lot of variety. I wouldn't want to just do polygel, you know, exposing myself to the lamp too much, or just anything. You know, I do like nail art a lot, so I'm going to do a set of dip powder nails using the nail art. But essentially, if you want, you don't have to do any kind of lamp situation with the dip powder, and I appreciate that. So now I'm going in with step number 2, which is the activator, and the activator basically hardens that dip powder and allows you to be able to go ahead and file shape and buff without really distorting anything on the nail. So I'm just going over generously on all of the nails, and I think I do it twice just to ensure that everything is going to be activated correctly. And this is how the nails are looking after they are file shaped and buffed, and I am loving them so far. So I missed a whole clip, but basically I went around my middle finger with purple rhinestones to tie in the purple of the nails, and I just placed one like AB purple, like a medium-sized rhinestone right in the middle at the cuticle, and then ran around the entire stiletto nail with smaller purple rhinestones, like I said, just to tie in the purple of the set. And then once I had that set, I did go ahead and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So on my ring finger, I'm doing the same thing. So I go around that with Makart's rhinestone glue. And guys, I know I need a new one, but there is product in here, and so I'm going to utilize it. But I'm basically just taking the rhinestone glue and going all the way around that stiletto nail. And once I get the glue set, I'm going to go ahead and go over that with a layer of top coat. Just so that I don't have to go back in and top coat around anything at all. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did on the middle finger, but this time I'm going to be using pink rhinestones. So in the middle, I'll place a medium AB pink rhinestone, and then go around that with smaller pink rhinestones to tie in with the pink nails. And I think this came out so freaking cute. I love this set. I enjoyed using this dip system, and if you've never tried dip, I highly recommend you getting your dip system because you will love it. And then at the point of this, I'm still basically freestyling even with the rhinestone application because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'm placing some rhinestone glue at the cuticle area of the index finger, and I just decided to go in with 3 of the pink iridescent rhinestones, but they're like kind of like I don't know the shape you want to call this, but they're like teardropish, diamondish shapes. And once I get the rhinestone glue set, I'm top coating over this as well. And I love to see these glitters come alive. So for this set, I don't top coat at the end because I do rhinestones on every finger. So I'm already basically doing my top coating right now as I'm applying my rhinestones. And I just placed 3 of those shapes towards the bottom in like a little design, and then right underneath the middle one I place a very small pink rhinestone just to tie everything in and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. My Instagram handle is NailAddictShe, and there I do post my YouTube tutorial nails as well as other nail sets I do and do not record. And it's a great way for you to DM me with any recreation that you may want to see. And then on my pinky, I did the same design, only with purple rhinestones. And then on my thumb, I kept it cute and simple, and I placed a dot of McCart's rhinestone glue at the cuticle, and I'm top coating just right over that rhinestone glue. And I'm running out of this top coat, but I try to use all of it. So you see me here trying to get that out. But I go ahead and top coat and bring those glitters to life. And I just place 1 simple medium purple rhinestone right at the cuticle area and cure for 30 seconds. Lastly, to finish my set, I'm going in with Kiara Sky's cuticle oil in the scent of lavender, and I'm just going to moisturize my cuticles and give them a little more life because they are super dry. This is my finished dip powder set. I love this set, guys. It's incorporating 2 of colors that I love. So pink is my absolute favorite. Purple is just complementary to it. I love the butterflies. I love the glitter. It's absolutely amazing. So gorgeous. I recommend a dip kit if you've never tried one. And if you've made it this far, let me know what you think of my nail set down below. And do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all, and I'll see you in my next one. Again, thank you so much, and much love.